to the crew. You know, the snow is a really big pain. A lot of times it's just a handful of pockets of snow that are waist deep, but it takes forever to dig that out by hand. When we first get here, it's almost like we need snowmobiles at the top and ATVs at the bottom. We get stuck all the time. We always have snow at Summit when we open up. It's always a little wet at the Summit, but this year it was, the ground was actually so saturated that we couldn't even drive vehicles on it. You know, a trail like Ziggy, it's our highest trail. It gets the most snow, kind of a natural snow fence effect on that trail from the ski run that's below it. What we try to do, I dug that thing out, it was like between 4 and 7 feet deep. By just taking the top off and leaving just a few inches underneath the excavator, it just exponentially increases the time that the snow melt occurs. It's the surprises that catch us off guard that we didn't notice that is the biggest challenge. So, you know, for example, we'll be going down a trail, everything is all good, assumptions are high, and then you come around a corner and the trail's gone, literally 4 foot by 4 foot, and we had a massive snow melt event that just took the trail out. Did a tree fall on a bridge and just destroy it, or did this, you know, did the water rip out a section of trail, and then it's like, oh no, you know, 911, we got to do this. You know, we already have a big project to get the park open in general, and the more we encounter more problems, the more stressful our lives get. How we mitigate it is we just try to get out there as much as possible and try to smooth it out the best we can before we open. And that's really what takes the most time to open the park. We just isolate the water and we get it off the trail as much as humanly possible. And that's done by getting the trail up or putting culverts in and letting the water kind of go its natural path, so to speak. We all appreciate the snow deep down inside, but in April and early May, we tend to not like the effects. And the water to the crew is great. It can be damaging, but 90% of the time it can be really good for the soil. And we have a clay-based mountain, so without water the clay doesn't stick together. By having machinery, you can now create the exact thing you need instead of trying to mitigate the terrain. I mean, when you mix the two together, it's a pretty sweet experience.